Morning. Sitting here with my Starbucks on a beautiful summer day. I actually tried to film this outside, but couldn't figure out how to import the video from my camera and get it live to you. So here I am, Mum's the Word podcast. And I've been having some really interesting discussion and debate with friends about the social lives of our children and how involved we should be as parents, need to be as parents, and also how much realistically we are responsible for and can impact the decisions that our children make as far as who their friends are and how they behave and deal with certain situations, either in the schoolyard or at camp or between friends. So I'm interested to know what your experiences are and what your perspective is. Is it a personal thing? I'm not sure. And at what point does it become potentially negative and damaging when we get too involved? Maybe there's a point definitely where our children need to figure it out for themselves. And I've been thinking about this because of both of my kids. One of my daughter, who's 5, one of her friends is feeling a little bit left out and probably not quite as accepted as some of the other kids. And the mom of that child feels that it's the other mother's responsibility or responsibilities, because it's multiple children, to include her child and to make their children include their child and be friends with their child. And I think my perspective is that we can help our children to deal with those situations and to be kind and to be fair and to be as inclusive as possible. But just like adults, I have certain people who I connect with and prefer to spend my time with, and those that I certainly don't. And I can't really say why, and I don't think anybody could force me to feel otherwise. I think we can help our children be diplomatic, but I wonder how much we can actually influence our children to become friends with someone who they don't feel that connection with. I understand how difficult it must be for that one mom, especially because they're a group of friends. But I wonder at what point is she actually, not helping, and maybe she should be encouraging her child to build relationships with other kids. And then with my older child, as they get older and make more and more decisions on their own in social situations, how involved do we need to be and should we be? A lot happens in the schoolyard, and I worked full-time for many years outside of the home and knew very little about what happened in the schoolyard and who the kids were and who the parents were. And what I've realized now, since being more exposed to that, is that's actually a real gift. I didn't know, so I didn't get involved, and my son made decisions on his own, and I'm sure some of those decisions were not great ones, but they were his, and he learned from them. And so I wonder how helpful it is to get involved and to, behind the scenes, attempt to manipulate those situations a little bit. And at what is that point? And I'm not talking about bullying here or, something where someone is actually being hurt. I'm talking about, normal social situations. I'm not sure that us getting involved is really going to change that for our children. Again, I think we can support them at home. But that's my perspective. I'm curious to know what you think and maybe where that line is and what role parents should play, because truthfully, it's not long before, we're lucky to be even consulted about some of these decisions, let alone have an opportunity to impact them. So that's what's going on. That's what I'm thinking about on today. So I look forward to seeing you at the next Mum's the Word podcast.